Good morning, guys. Welcome to Rain or Shine Chalk Design. I'm Lori Winslow, and I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. I have been going at this for about a month now. It feels a lot more natural, but I still have times when things just don't turn out like I want. Yesterday's project didn't turn out exactly like I wanted, but you know, it's a craft, so you just keep working. Good morning, Grace. Nice to see you on this morning. I have family who pops in. That's really fun to have them on. This morning we are going to do what I hope is a fun project. I told you that I went to Hobby Lobby recently, and this is one of my finds. It was $6.99, and it is, let's see, it's about 2 feet wide by, let's see how it is, about 16 tall. So you could go either direction. For today, I'm going to hang it this way, and it has kind of a floral pattern, grays on the inside. So as I was thinking about what I wanted to do with this board, I came up with the idea of doing a print on the inside, and then I want to make it into a hanger for pictures. So I'm going to put some jute across the top and some jute across the bottom and use some little clips to hang some pictures. And so I was thinking that you could go with this project a couple of different ways. My original thought was to do this Choose Happy. This is a C-size transfer. It's one of our large transfers. And I thought it would be cute, you know, in a family room or somewhere where you want to hang family pictures together. I thought the Choose Happy would be really cute. But then I got to thinking about my house and where would I want to put it in my house. And I already have something similar to that in my family room. So then I got to thinking about the fact that it was kind of a romantic print. And so I've decided that I'm going to use it in our bedroom, and I think I want to use, we decided on Forever. It's a very pretty font, and I think if I put that right in the middle, then I can have pictures above and pictures below, and it's something that I can add to. I don't have to have a million pictures that I want to use. So I just printed off of my printer a few pictures that I know I want to start with, and it's something that I can update very easily. Sometimes pictures in frames will kind of feel like I have to stay there forever because it's kind of a pain to change, but something like this is a little easier to switch out. Alright, so let's get started. Let's see, right now my bedroom is in blues and greens and grays. So I was kind of thinking about what colors I wanted to use on this as well. Let me cut out this transfer. This is the first time I've used this transfer. It is a C-size transfer as well. And it does cut in half. There are two different prints. Love Lives Here. That's a pretty one. You could do that one the same way. And then this, we decided on Forever. So I'm thinking if I center this up like this, then I can have some little pictures hanging from some jute along here. And then I also have another one down here, so I can make 2 rows of prints. I love color printers for this. It's nice to have a way to print pictures and not have them cost so much. If you haven't checked out HP Instant Ink, if you print very much from your home, even if you only print like 100 pages a month, HP Instant Ink is a great deal. I went in, it's been several summers now, but I went in and I needed to get some ink for our printer. And the ink was just the ink for, you know, one-time filling of our ink cartridges was going to cost like $120. And I had heard about this HP Instant Ink, but I hadn't really pursued it. I walked out with a printer and ink that was going to be kind of endless. It's a small amount of money for a month's charge for your ink, and I walked out cheaper, and I didn't have to buy ink again. Each month you pay a small amount, like $3.99 for 100 pages, and they continually send you ink, so you don't even have to go to the store and buy ink. And that was a huge deal at that time too. I did not like going to the store to get ink. It just seemed like such a waste of time, but I had to have it. So anyway, most people have probably heard of that program, but if you haven't, it is a great deal. I'm a teacher, so I do a lot of printing at home. The cool thing about it is you can do all all color prints, or you can do all black and white, or a mixture of the two. They don't care which one you do. So for $3.99, you could get 100 color pages of print. And if I sound incredulous, it's just because I'm a teacher and I know how much those pages used to cost. All right, let's get off of HP Instant Ink and start thinking here. So I am fuzzing this transfer. It's really sticky. It's the first time I've used it, so it feels really sticky. And then I've got, I believe this is paper that's down on this surface. So I'm thinking I need to fuzz really well so that I don't get my transfer compromised by being too sticky. What are you doing today, Grace? Are you off of work? Or are you on getting ready for work? This is my last week with my kindergartners. Kind of a tough week for me. I hate goodbyes, and it's always hard to say goodbye to kindergartners that you spent all year, you know, working with and watching grow, and then you just have to say goodbye. Especially this year, since we haven't been able to be together like we normally would. All right, I'm going to move and use my measuring guide here a little bit. Oops, sorry about that. To figure out where the middle is. So give me a second here. 8.5 is the middle. Okay, I'm looking pretty good for middle. Okay, now let's take a look and see if we look like we're pretty level. I think we might be going downhill just a little bit. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to stick pretty well. That is really going to stick. I think I'm going to fuzz a little more, guys. Give a little more fuzz. I might have to wax this paper. I didn't think I would if I fuzzed so much, but it is feeling really sticky, guys. All right, I think I will. I don't want to get that on there and not be able to pull it off. All right, so we use a paste wax. You can get this at Walmart for pretty inexpensive. Men Wax is a good wax. It's just a furniture paste wax. Just going to rub that around. Try to get in the spaces where I'm going to transfer. And I'm going to use the chalk paint, the chalk paste paint for this project. Alright, and I'm just going to use a rag to rub that down. It's going to really help to release that design. Okay. All right, one more time. Let's try this out. I'll look at my measurements here, make sure I'm getting myself lined up. I pulled the corners protectors off, and I think I have a piece of metal that's poking up. It's not letting my board lay flat. I think I've got a tool here. I can try to pull it out real quick. Okay. Now I was thinking about colors to do this. I was thinking about my blues and greens and grays. But I think I want to use a dark purple. I think it still goes with my color scheme. And I think that'll look pretty on the gray, a dark purple. I was thinking if I used the Choose Happy and used it in my family room, I might use pink, or I might use different colors for those letters in Happy. Anyway, so this board was $7, really big frame, really sturdy. It says it was originally $25, so it was definitely a good price. Let's see, I have this purple, which is Iris, and I also have this Regal purple, and I think I'm going to go with the Regal, that really dark. I think it'll stand out nice. And that was very close to the color of my wedding dress. So that'll just be a little reminder for me. So I'm going to stir my chalk paste, and it looks a little dry right now. I think I'll turn you guys down so you can see a little bit better what I'm working on. And pull you in a little bit of a different direction. Okay. You guys let me know if you ever can't see. You guys help me out a little bit. Alright, so I'll add a little water to my chalk paste. Well, it's sounding kind of quiet out there. But if you're watching on replay, thanks for coming to watch. And if you're here this morning, like Grace, make sure you say hi so I know you're here. And thanks for taking time to watch and join us together. All right, I have my chalk paste ready. It's nice and smooth. And make sure that's down one more time. That pretty font, I want to really pop off of that background. No air bubbles. Alright, so you just put a little chalk paste all around. Whatever you don't use is going to go right back into your container, so I love that you don't waste very much of your product. And we're just going to give it a nice coat right over those letters. I have a lot of projects in the works right now. I've had several ideas and seen different ideas and trying to adjust them for something that I think that I'd like or somebody else might like to have in their home. So make sure you check us out in the next few days. Definitely working on some bigger projects. If you guys have seen any of those porch leaners that have like welcome and home and things like that, that's one of the projects I'm working on. So when I get all the supplies ready for that, I'll definitely be putting that on. And that's something that I'd be interested in taking orders for. So if you have seen those and have thought about making one or getting one, let me know. Let me know, and let me know what else you'd like to see. Like, what are you interested in? Is there a craft that you have seen that you would like to see on here? Because we could definitely try some different things. Okay, I think I'm going to get my big squeegee. This is kind of the font is really wide. And I'm going to grab my large 4-inch squeegee so I can make like one pass and try to get all of it. All the extra removed. Nope, I'm definitely making lines in my chalk. It's one of the challenges, though, of these big patterns or these big fonts is you don't want to leave streaks in your chalk on your letters because it does kind of show up. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is. I thought it looked like it was raised too much, the ink, but now that I'm looking at it, I think it's fine. All right, let's go this way so you guys can see better. Remember, we don't pull from corner to corner. We want to pull from left to right or top to bottom. So I'm going to grab it on this side. Get that nice, fresh, crisp print. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of what I thought it was going to look like, so that's good. Very sticky transfer this morning. Ooh, very sticky. All right, but once you put this transfer in water, the sticky goes way down, so it makes it easier to manage. All right, so we have our pretty print. What do you guys think? Are you guys liking that? I'm liking that. Touched it with my finger, thinking I could spread it, but my finger's dry. So let me make a little fix of that. I think I'll use a spreading tool or my stir tool. And let's put a little bit more. There we go. It is something you can touch up a little bit. If there's spots that didn't get completely covered. I could have taken care of that when I was pulling it up, but it was kind of a big transfer, kind of hard to do. All right, so I'm going to dry this real quick so I don't accidentally touch it with my fingers when I'm putting the jute cord around. So here we go. It is chalk, so it dries really quickly. Okay, so I was thinking that we would use the jute and wrap it around a few times at the top and at kind of here at towards the bottom. But I also have a bow to go on it, so I'll show you another way to make a pretty bow. So we'll just wrap this around several times. Do you guys like the looks of those? Good morning, Alan. Do you guys like the look of the jute around? And then you have the little safety pin clips. I think they're cute. Definitely a look that I like. Definitely something you could do on lots of different boards, anything that kind of matches your style of decor. I kind of like the shabby chic look. It doesn't have to be perfect. And that works for me. Alright, so I thought we would do 2 pieces of the jute. And I'm going to make this tie where you can see it. The next tie I'll put it behind where you can't see it because I'm going to have a bow up here. But I think seeing the knot on this one would be cute. Get your jute cord at Walmart. It's way cheaper than the craft store. It's not any different, but it is way cheaper. All right, get some of that jute out of there. All right, and then I want one more across here, and then I can use it to hang little pictures on. Get these little mini laundry clips, clothespins, and you can just clip your picture on, and you have just a cute, simple piece for your house. All right, I'm gonna do another couple of wraps of this around. I'll measure it and then I'll put it at the top up there. Well, what do you guys have going on this week? Anything exciting or good? Grace, when do you go on your trip? I know you have a trip coming up. Anybody else have been waiting to do some traveling? Have plans for traveling? Grace is going silent. Well, that's okay. I'm looking forward to, hope I didn't make that long enough. I'm looking forward to this summer possibly getting to do a little vacation with my kids and with almost all my kids. I don't know if Grace is still going to get to come. Grace gets to go on a whirlwind trip here soon, so she may not be able to be back in Washington for that. But that's okay. She's got an amazing trip coming up, so I'm excited for her to get to do that, because that is really cool. Okay, this time I made it long enough. Sorry about that, guys. Kind of boring to watch me unwrap jute. Alright, so I just want another string up here at the top. Like I said, I don't really want the knot to show on this one, so I'll just put it on the back. This board does have a hanger on it already, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, it was at Hobby Lobby for $6.99, so you really can't beat that price for this size of a board. Originally $25, so definitely check out Hobby Lobby. So we've got our other one, so we can put another picture up here. I thought it would just be fun to put some old pictures and some new pictures. Just a fun way to add some pictures. Alright, so I want to make a bow. Good morning, Carol. Nice to see you. I want to make a bow that will go here from this side and hang down. So I'm going to push this aside a little bit so I have some space. Oh, I need to get my hot glue gun turned on, guys. Alright, this is a way to make a nice, neat bow that's predictable, because you control where everything is on it. I don't know if you've made many bows, but sometimes when you make bows, what you want the bow to do and what it does are two different things. Sorry to be bumping the camera. I've got to get over here where my plug is. I forgot to plug that in this morning. Okay, we will let the hot glue gun go and we will work on cutting some ribbon. So thanks for coming and joining me this morning, guys. Having fun here, doing crafts every day together. All right, so I have this pretty ribbon. Definitely this is Hobby Lobby and half price. The ribbon was on sale recently for half price, so for $2 I got a lot of ribbon. It's a wired ribbon, so it's going to work well for the bow that I want to make. I'm cutting one piece at 16 inches, and then I'm going to cut another one at 13 inches. And these two are going to be my the bow piece. So I'm going to fold it in half, and this will be one. We'll have another layer. Then I need another 16 inch, and that'll be my tails. So we're just going to fold this in half, and the tails will hang down. And then I need about a 4-inch piece to just go around the center. So we're not making a true bow because we're not tying it. It's actually just going to be made to look like it's tied. All right, so I'm going to take one of my 16-inch pieces and I'm going to go ahead and cut my dovetail in the end. And if you always just make sure you cut on the folded side, you won't end up with backwards tails that waste your ribbon. I've been doing a lot of ribbon making lately, so I've gotten to experience that, good and bad. Alright, so for this bow, we're going to start with the longer piece, the 16-inch piece, and we're just going to fold it. And we're going to glue it together. So we may have to wait a second for our glue. I'll show you how it works, and then we'll glue it. So I'm just going to fold it in half like this. Good morning, Christy. Thanks for joining us this morning. Well, I was saying that today is this week is my last week with my kindergartners. So I'm doing the same with this one. I'm folding it in half, and I'll glue all of this together. And then we're going to kind of scrunch these together so we give it a little dimension. And we'll put this piece in the back. We'll center it up, and then we'll pull this piece over the top, and we'll hot glue it all together so it's not a true bow, but it's a nice controlled bow. And if you've made mini bows, you know controlling them is a hard part, because you want them to look nice and finished at the end. Lost my piece of ribbon. All right, here we go. So what do you guys have planned today? What's going on? What's going on this week? What's exciting that's happening with you guys? Tell me something good. Christy, we finished on Friday. I'm packing my classroom today. That's good. I've spent the last 3 Mondays in my classroom getting things kind of closed up. It feels good to be packed up. At least it's something you can do, is how I feel about it. My glue gun is not very hot yet, but it is held together, so I won't worry about that one. Oh, Christy's starting a new job. Where are you at? Christy and I teach together, so that's how we know each other. Ooh, elementary. Nice. Congratulations. I'm guessing that's where you want to be. Yay. You'll have to tell me in messages where you're going to be at, Christy. I'd love to know what school you're going to be at. That's cool. Is it our school? Christy and I taught together. And then she was working on her, getting her degree. And Now she has a degree in special ed. I wish too, Christy. One of these days, you can get back to our school. That'd be awesome to work together again. All right, so I'm just hot gluing these together. I want this to be glued down a little bit so it holds together nicely, because we're not going to, you know, put that tight wrap like you do on a regular bow. We need a way to keep it together. So I'm just hot gluing it down. This is a regular hot glue gun, so be careful when you use a hot glue gun. Your fingers can be in peril. I did find at the Dollar Tree these little thumb protectors. Good morning, Hannah. Nice to see you this morning. I love when my family joins me. It's kind of a fun thing for everybody to come and see Mom do something. All right, so I was a little bit off center on that bow, so I think I'll fix that. Well, my hot glue's not super permanent yet. All right, so we're just making this bow. I finished my chalking part of my project, and I'm just working on a bow for it. Let's take a quick look at what this is going to look like. So here is my frame project. And I'm thinking I will put a bow right up here with the tails hanging down. I think that'll be pretty. And it is for the bedroom, so these little romantic kind of bow and font and background I think will look really good together. All right, so let's add, so we have our 2 layers of bow, very simple, and I'm going to add my tails. So I just want to make sure that they are pretty close to being the same length. I kind of like to have one tail just a smidge longer than the other. Looks a little more natural. You could always trim it if you don't think it looks like you want it. This ribbon was on sale at Hobby Lobby. They have great ribbon if you haven't checked them out. All right. So I'm going to bring my tails down like this. When I pull my piece around it, just going to make sure I can get these tails looking like I want them to underneath this piece in the middle. And this is a wired ribbon, so that really helps in the design. If you haven't played with ribbon a whole lot, wired ribbon is really the way to go if you can find what you're looking for in wired ribbon. I'm learning here as I go all about what's the best and not so best. So right now I'm just going to hot glue that down in the squished way that I want it. I can always go back and add a little hot glue and tack it where I want it as well. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that tail has some glue, a little bit more here. And just pull that over the top. All right. Yeah, I think I could make that a little tighter. It might look a little neater. I didn't really get my bow squished either. It's looking a little looking a little stiff. I'm going to see if I can backtrack, get that. So what I want to do is get a little bit of movement in this part of the bow. Now this is a new bow for me as far as gluing it this way. I usually do the bows by tying them, but I watched a little bit of I was looking on Pinterest last night for a different kind of bow and did a little playing around. I just need to pull that a little tighter, I think. I did change the dimensions for the bow because they had a much bigger bow and I didn't want a bow that big. So that may be why it's a little more challenging. But I love learning on the fly. Alright, that looks a little bit better. And because it's got wire in it, I will be able to fluff these up a little bit so they don't have to look so flat. And I can pull these down a little bit. Looks like I need to trim a little bit of this tail over here. Scissors. Oopsies. Hello. Try not to lose everything here. Alright, trim this off. Okay, so now we have our cute little bow that I think will look great here on my frame. And I think I will glue it, but I think I'll glue it to my jute so that if I change my mind and want to change out the ribbon, I can. I can change out the jute if I can't get it to come off. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here on my jute. And just put that right on. If you are not part of my VIP group, I'd love it if you put hashtag VIP down in the comments and I will invite you. Or you can go over and find Rain or Shine VIP and we can get you in that group. That's a group where I want to encourage people to share their crafts. Anything that you're making, it doesn't have to be Chalk Couture. I'd like for us to be able to share our crafts there and do some fun giveaways and things like that. So hashtag VIP if you want to join my VIP group. If you are interested in finding out about fun ways to get Chalk Couture for an inexpensive way, drop a hashtag join CC for Chalk Couture or Club Couture. If you want to be a sprinkle winner, that just means you're sharing my videos. I send out happy mail to people who share my videos. So if you think somebody that you know would like to see these crafts, share to them or share to your page. That helps my page be more successful. If you haven't liked or followed Rain or Shine Chalk Design, that really helps me as well. I am working on a 90-day challenge and I'm trying to grow my page. I am a teacher. So during the summertime is a great time for me to try something new and fun, and that's what I'm doing this summer. Is I want to grow this page and have a place where I can do crafts and share with you. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Chalk Couture that we did this morning and the craft part. If you're gonna try this out, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you like this product, if you like this design. If you have ideas of things that you would like to see done, feel free to drop those in the comments as well. Thanks for joining me this morning. I hope you make it a great day. I have a meeting with my kindergartners today, so I'm excited about that. It'll be our last online meeting we're going to watch our slideshow for the end of the year, and it'll be fun. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. Make it a great day. Bye, guys.